All right. Good morning, cyber traders. Welcome back on this lovely Thursday. What's today's date? Today's the 23rd. We got about, got 2 more weekends. You know what's nice about this month? This month is great because it's the 31st and it ends on a Friday, not on a Tuesday. So this officially is legitimately a really, really nice month. And it's been a lot of fun. But you know what? Regardless about the date, we are killing it right now in MIST. Holy crap. Was that a great call or what? I want to bring this into the chat because I want to share this with the people in the YouTube and Facebook Live, because sometimes I swear I kind of like surprise myself. All right, so let me just bring this up over here and show you what we got going on. So anyway, right here, if you guys could see this, I want to bring this up. But right here, when I call this out, does everybody see the time right there? At 8:47, Fausto, watch out for this MIST. It's holding strong. Okay, everybody see that time at 8:47? Everybody see that? Okay, now look what just happened. 8:47 was right here. Okay, that's 8:47. Let me blow this up so you guys can see a little bit better. Here's 8:50, okay? You see it right there? There's 8:47 right there. Exactly when I called it out, that stock you had about 2-3 minutes to jump in. And then when it broke that that seam right there around $6, boom, the thing, look where it is. It's at $6.86. I know right away, I mean, looking at it, can everyone just give me a chat back? Who made money on it? Let me just share who made money on it. Murray, you made 30 cents. You got a 650 to 680. Everyone just tell me what you made on it. Patrick, you made money on it. Donnie, you made money on it. Okay. Anyone else? Anybody else made money? James, you made 90 cents on it. Lee made 46 cents on it. Okay. Dion made look at the money. Oh my God. I love this. I love this. So anyway, let me just kind of bring this up really quick. And, because some people that are new here to Cyber Trading University probably don't know this, and on YouTube Live and Facebook Live, you probably don't know this. Here at Cyber Trading University, we don't brag about making money. We only talk about points. Several reasons. First of all, I think it's egotistical to say that. And secondly, more importantly, we don't want to discourage new traders against, advanced traders, because we're all making the same amount of points. So when it comes to it, we all want to share, it goes by points, because here at Cyber Trading University, we try to teach you eventually when you go through our program to make that $1 a day. That's really the ultimate goal of the day trader's goal is to make $1 a day. That's what your goal is. So anyway, I'm glad you guys look at it. And by the way, if you missed it, don't worry about it. There's going to be more. There's more out there. I was just telling Josh, and I don't want to share it in the chat room. Okay, what happened here? Why can't I? Oh, there we go. Okay, I'm trying to minimize this thing. All right. So I was just telling Josh in the trading room, look at this damn thing. This thing's moving like an animal. I said, man, it really stinks out there. It was not that much going on pre-market, but the only one that finally made its run and was about all the way up until about 8:45 was MIST. That was about it. So that really kind of worked out into our favor. All right. Now, made my $1 today, Daniel May said. Look at that. I love when people say that. Look at that. Made my $1 today. That's awesome. Fabulous. All right. So anyway, let's talk about what traded yesterday, because today, I'm just going to everybody to know that today's actually today we got a bunch of big events going on. I had an event at 11 o'clock and 12 o'clock with Investor Expos and open the house here at Cyber Trading University. So if you see the link right there in Facebook Live and in Twitter and Facebook and YouTube, click on that link, register. If you want to know how we'll find these stocks, how to trade this market, what's driving them up, just go click on that link and register right now. And also make sure that you also like us and start following us, okay? All right, so let's talk about what happened yesterday, because there were a couple of stocks yesterday. Honestly, yesterday, I was kind of a little ticked off yesterday because I had 3 stocks going into the close and none of them made a push. And I'm like, one of them has to go. And unfortunately, I was in the wrong one. But, I kind of broke even in the afternoon. I did okay in the morning, but I was making so much money going to the afternoon. And the rule is you hold going into the close. And I want to talk about a few of them. First of all, AMD. I made a lot of money in AMD yesterday. AMD has been on a huge tear. You could see it right here, just basically 57 all the way to 61, right up to like right around 9:30. The thing just did not stop about 12. And I thought we were going to have a good run up going to the close, and it really didn't do it. It did it after hours, but it's kind of like holding right here, AMD. AMD, just keep a very close eye on it because it's been also been a great, great swing trade. Another stock I have not mentioned in a while, but this has obviously been an investment. BJ's. I know I haven't talked about it in a while, but remember, guys, I told you about this stock a long, long time ago. This is, I went to BJ's. I'm a member there. I'm a member at Costco. I said, listen, you want to be a good investor, you got to be a good swing trader first. You want to be a good swing trader, you damn well better learn to understand day trading first. So as I was watching the day trading move, the stock obviously did well. And you know what? When we had this big spike from 30 up to 36, that's where I thought the stock was pretty good. And then it kind of backed off. So I'm holding right here around 30, 35. I own it at. So I'm doing okay on the swing trade. I haven't really brought up in a while, but we all know that I've been a huge fan of BJ's for a long time. But what happened when they did this stupid secondary offering, they crushed the stock, and then it kind of came all the way down. But it's obviously one of the great coronavirus stocks out there. All right, a couple other stocks that also I traded yesterday. APT did the same stupid thing yesterday. It was going to pop, and it obviously, went into the open, and it kind of just right backed off right here. I was doing so well on the stock. I'm like, please let it be a shake. And it wasn't a shake. It actually came back down. And, for a stock that was going to make a buck in it, I ended up breaking even, once it broke that 23.50. A lot of you guys know about that one too. And the real good one was Sun W. I mean, I don't know where this thing came from, but this is the stock that really ran going into the close. You could see it right here, right around it exactly at 3:30. The thing ran from $1.10 all the way to about $1.50. And then after hours, I did say it. I was going to trade in after hours if you were here in the afternoon, and sure enough, I did. And stock did pretty well. I got out early. I got out around like $1.52. I mean, obviously, I'm trading several thousand shares of it, but it did run $1.80. But I wasn't going to stay around here till like 6, 7 o'clock too. So I was, I have other things to do. I mean, listen, you can't eat it all. All right, that's really comes down to it. What else that we had? A couple other ones did pretty well. The GNPX was a very nice little stock that had a nice little push. I'm just going over some stocks that some of you guys that are new or missed out. The MARA did okay. It wasn't as nice. I mean, honestly, the AMD was probably the easiest and the best one out there to trade. Home also did really well yesterday. 680. You can see gorgeous stock went all the way to $9. Beautiful trend on that one. So that's what you missed on yesterday. Well, guess what? Today's Thursday. It's still hump day. There's still a bunch of stocks out there that we could look at and still trade. It's going to pop over here to the mist trade. So mist is pretty much done as of right now. I want to see what's going to happen when the market opens up. But this stock is a gap filled. You could see it right there in a long-term chart. That's basically why it's kind of like once it broke that big resistance levels right after. Well, actually, it's testing it right now. You got it right here. You can see that resistance right there, right above around $7. So it's got to break that to go up. And this thing could probably go all the way up to high as 10. But that's one stock we're going to keep an eye on it. That's obviously, I mean, honestly, you should be done for the day. You know what? If you made money today, you should take the day off. I mean, there's no reason. People always ask me, is this a full-time job? And I keep telling you, no, it's not. No, it's not. They're like, good, because I got another job. I don't want to, I don't want to be here all day. Listen, some people do it all day, and that's okay. But you know what? If you met your goal, that's about it. Most of the money's made within the first hour and the last hour. And I'm going to talk about that today at 12 o'clock. So don't miss that opportunity. All right. Next stock on the watch list that I saw was very interesting was this YVR. Now, she looked really good this morning, but then now she's kind of backed off. I kind of like this price where it's holding at because I was checking on a level 4. There's a big buyer out there. Stock does trade a lot of shares. You can see here on the level 3 on the right. Got some big iceberg orders out there. Traded over 7.7 million shares already in pre-market. Some people still don't understand where that happens, but that's the advantage of trading with, with a direct access broker. HLX, I found it this morning, kind of losing, a little excitement about it. Remember I told you yesterday in class, you got to keep an eye on the metal stocks and you got to keep an eye on energy stocks. So with all this escalation going on, you heard what I was talking about, what happened with the Chinese consulate burning, papers and stuff. I could see a little tension's going to get a lot worse when it comes down to that. Okay. You see a lot of these riots going on. I could see it getting a lot worse going until the election. There's a lot of, there's so many moving parts right now. So you have to just learn how to capitalize on it. And that's why people want to trade the market. Instead of going out there and getting yourself so agitated about it, go out there and trade it. That's where it comes down to it. People are worried about the coronavirus, and listen, there's companies out there that are coming out with a virus and the company's doing great. Trade the stock. That's why we're here. All right. So while other people are getting rich, other people are getting destroyed. It's really terrible. But I mean, listen, I'm being very honest with you. New York City is done. It's finished. I can see New York City not coming back for another 10 years. Okay. My nephew just was walking down the street because he had to go to work and do a photo shoot there. And he said he saw these people just beating up a person right out of it. The bums are spitting people's faces, and listen, don't believe, I live here. You know what I mean? I see it. You might not see him being reported on the news, but it's not getting any better. It's getting a lot worse. Tourism is down. People, and the reason why I'm bringing this up is because I live here in the suburbs. The market probably jumped by 20%. Sales of homes everyone's leaving. They say, you know what? There's none of that. So there's a market for that. People are trading. They're getting into that industry. You have to just go where the money is going. So you know what? That market's going to get crushed. Airlines, I was just telling Josh earlier, New York City needs a new mayor. Your words to God's ears. The thing is, now look, traveling. I was just talking to somebody. Hey, what do you think about airlines? Who's jumping on a plane right now? Unless it's an emergency, like you have to go. No one is going anywhere, anytime soon, unless it's an emergency. You hear these trips, all of them. So what do? You short those industries. Okay. You short them. Listen, Josh was talking about, look, we got earnings, we got a lot of earnings coming out. American Airlines. Look what happened to American Airlines. You still want American Airlines is going to come back? I mean, a lot of these stocks are getting crushed. Hotels are $39 billion down, Jerry's saying. And that's in billions, okay? Trust me, there's no bailouts for those guys, okay? There really is not, So, and you know what? They're going to be more in a problem, Jerry, because a lot of these bums are going in there. Now they got to deal with bed bugs, and I heard they're doing drug parties in there. I mean, it's a disaster. These hotels, they were looking for the best interest in their pockets, but you know what? They're going to have an issue. They're going to have a really issue. But real estate, construction companies, they're cleaning up right now. They're cleaning up. The reason I was trying to tell you this is that there are some people in this world that are really hurting, and there are some people that are making a fortune. Car industries, exotic cars. You can't buy a Ferrari without paying ridiculous money. Boats, you can't find a boat if you even try. Okay. And if you do, you're going to be paying 30-40% premium. Jet skis. Sold out 2 months ago. Okay. They're doing it. They're making a fortune right now because people can't travel. So they want to do something. All these big things are doing great, so you got to focus on these industries that are public. But also we could short. There's nothing wrong about shorting the market. And there's a lot of good shorts out there. So you want to keep an eye on those too. All right. Like, once again, you don't think American Airlines could go down? I don't know. Listen, if this stock breaks that major support level right there, right below $9, the stock is finished. Wasn't American Airlines down in like the 80 cents price range? I mean, am I wrong to saying that? I don't know if I remember years ago. Wasn't like an 80-cent stock? The stock was destroyed. Wayne says fish tackle are nearly sold out in the early spring. Well, they're not giving any sales. I remember one of these stocks, one of these airlines got destroyed. Was it United? It was United Airlines, one of them. All right, anyway, let's go back to reality because there are a few more stocks I want to point out. IBIO, another good stock I want to put on the watch list. Hertz, I forgot about mentioning that one. We traded that yesterday. I don't know what's up with Hertz. what's going on with it. But she's, she's a little bit all over the place. I thought they filed bankruptcy. I just know that Hertz has a lot of money, a lot of cars that they own. And I think they're worth more if they just liquidate all their assets than what the stock value is. So maybe that's what they're factoring in. A lot of you remember that this is where we had that big jump from here to here. Let me tell you something. First of all, Hertz was a huge short, okay, for a long time. Forget about the airlines and this. Who the hell's renting cars? Isn't it cheaper to go to, go to just do an Uber? I mean, how many of you here live in Florida, right? You could rent a car for $15, but to pay all the taxes, it's almost like $15 just to rent it, just to pay the taxes, the fees, $4 a day. They're like, screw that, right? RV rentals are off the charts, Jerry. I know that's another thing that's off the charts. Tolls, yeah, it's ridiculous. So anyway, that's why there's got to be happy medium. Some people think you just keep taxing people. Eventually, it put a lot of car companies out of business because of that. But anyway, could you make money on that stock? Absolutely. Look, it went from 20 all the way down to about 80 cents on the short. That was a phenomenal short when it came to Hertz. All right, couple of earnings announcements coming out. I want to keep an eye on T. I want to keep an eye on American Airlines. I want to keep an eye on FCX. Okay, all these stocks are coming out with earnings. I'm going to talk a lot about them when we go into the 12 o'clock event. LUV, what is that? Southwest Airlines, another one. Listen, they're all getting really beat up. South Airlines, I mean, probably one of the only ones that are probably doing pretty decent next to Delta. And then we got the Sun W. So we got about 12 minutes to the open. All right. Anything I'm missing I did not call out? Anything missing? UAL is down 4.3%. No, you mean overall probably, but American Airlines. I mean, listen, I'm not. I just got my credit card bill from United, and they hit me with a $95 fee to have it. I called them up. I'm like, "What the hell are you doing?" I'm like, because what happened? I was just calling them up because I had to change my address, and then oh yeah, we'll waive it. By the way, that's all you got to do. Call them up, and they'll give you a credit because they're like, who's flying? You know what I mean? So anyway, just to let you guys know, not that I need the money, but it doesn't hurt to ask. It doesn't. What's the worst thing I could tell you? No. All right. Yes, the Sun W. I want to keep an eye on it. That is definitely looking nice, Craig. All right. We have somebody in the YouTube room. Tuber RJF WKHS. What do you think of that? It's got a nice little Fausto flag on it. We've been trading this stock for a while. The only issue is the stock is very, very volatile. Be very careful, but she does look pretty good. I like it. She just basically made that little pop right now from 640 to 717. That's a pretty substantial bar right there. That means stock is extremely volatile. So be very careful of the stock. All right. Twitter, listen, we trade Twitter so many times. So I'm just not a fan of it. I hate trading Twitter. It's just it's all over the place. Trades a lot of volume. I've got to trade something else. I mean, I'm not a fan of trading Twitter at all. I made money a long time ago, and then I kept giving it back here and there. And it just gets to a point where, the stock reminds me of dryers, and I'm like, forget about it. It's just there's too many other stocks out there you could trade, you can make money with. All right. Cyber traders, listen, let's get ready for the open. You got about 10 minutes. Let's get ready to rock and roll. And remember, tomorrow's Friday. So if you, with Friday, we know, Friday afternoons have been pretty damn good. Friday mornings, I'm kind of like sucky. I'm not doing too well on the Friday morning, but we'll see how it goes. But listen, you got all day today. But listen, today's a very important day. Do not forget. Today at 12 o'clock, if you haven't registered yet, if you're on YouTube and Facebook Live, just click on the bottom link, like us, friend us, and we're going to be doing an hour presentation. I'm going to teach you exactly how to trade today's earnings markets. All right, guys? And if you're here in the Cyber Group room, if you're new to trial, you're more than welcome. It's always great. You always learn something new. All right? All right, everybody. Happy trading. Be safe. And we'll see you back at 12.